Tes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening everyone. Welcome to the Postmed press conference ASEAN U23 Mandiri Cup 2025 between Vietnam and Indonesia. Now join with us Coach Gerard Vandenbroek from Indonesia. First of all, Coach Gerard will give comment about the game. Please, Coach.
I think it was a difficult game, but I think we have chances. We lost with the set piece, and I think we did. To be honest, I think the players did well. They give everything. I think we can be proud of the team. That's what I think. But okay, we lose the game. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that's hard. But okay, we had to prepare ourselves for the next tournament, and I think we level up. And next tournament we had to be there.
Oke, ini merupakan pertandingan yang berat pada malam hari ini. Kita kalah ya, tapi kita memiliki juga banyak peluang untuk menghasilkan sesuatu, cuma tidak terjadi, dan kita kalah karena set pieces ya dari posisi tersebut. Tapi kita memiliki pemain-pemain yang memberi yang terbaik buat negara ini. Mereka bermain dengan sangat bagus dan ada momen untuk belajar juga, dan harus lebih baik di turnamen yang berikutnya. Kadang-kadang kita menang, kadang-kadang kita kalah.
Okay, please any question? Please mention your name and media organization. Okay, Mas yang baju merah.
Good evening, Coach. I'm Diego from CNN Indonesia TV. First of all, I would like to ask that during the game you put a system that has never been played before in this whole tournament, 3-4-3. What is the reasoning behind that? And then what's your plan in the Asian qualifier? Thank you.
I think what is the most important is that when we play, the players had to understand what we are doing, and I think we did well. And I think the next step is to grow and to play on a higher level. You know, it's always a system, but the most important is that the players can do what you want, and I think they did well. So I'm really happy with the players, and we will look forward for the next tournament. We will come better. We will come better back. I believe in that.
Oke, saya ulangi pertanyaannya tadi. Pertanyaan adalah hari ini kita bermain dengan sistem 3-4-3 yang belum pernah dimainkan selama di turnamen ini. Beliau meminta pendapat dari pelatih. Jadi memang kita belum pernah bermain dengan sistem ini. Hanya saja pemain sebenarnya harus mengerti di posisi apa mereka harus bermain dengan pola apapun. Jadi kalau kita bermain level tertinggi, kita juga harus bermain dengan posisi yang atau formasi yang berbeda. Tapi yang paling penting dari sekarang adalah kita mempersiapkan diri untuk turnamen berikutnya, dan pemain-pemain juga harus berkembang dalam permainan dan dalam situasi apapun, dalam formasi apapun harus siap dan mengerti pola permainan apa yang diharapkan pelatih pada pemain.
Okay, next question, please. Adi. Ya.
Selamat malam, Coach. Saya dari bola.com. Coach, tadi apa yang terjadi di menit akhir ketika asisten pelatih kiper Coach Temen Van Rensburg di kartu merah? Kemudian yang kedua, setelah ini ada kualifikasi Piala Asia 23 2026 pada September 2025. Apakah Coach akan memanggil pemain diaspora seperti Marcelino, Justin Hapner, Rafael Strijk, ada Dion Mark, dan ada Tim Gapens dan lain-lain? Terima kasih.
Okay, there are two questions for you. The first one is regarding the red card against Damien in the last few minutes, and the second one is the Asian qualifier is coming up. So are you gonna call a few new player like Marcelino, Justin, and the others?
Yeah, of course. The red card was not good, but okay, it's an emotional game, and sometimes people lost their mind, and I think the referee was also sometimes lose his mind. But okay, you know, I think that at the end, you know, I think that we had to be all one team, and sometimes you get a red card, and that's also something in soccer, and I'm not happy with it, but it happened. The other question is, I will always look to get better players, and if the players are better, then I will get them in the team. But at this moment, I think it's not the moment to think about that, because I think that my players did a hell of a job today. They really, really did well. And I think if you look to the game, Vietnam is a very good team, but they have maybe 2-3 chances, and I think we have also 3, 4, 5 good chances. So sometimes you win the game, sometimes you lose the game, but the most important thing is that we learn, level up, and we have to be there the next tournament.
Oke, yang pertama mengenai kartu merah, kadang-kadang itu memang bisa terjadi dan tentu saja pelatih tidak senang dengan hal tersebut. Tapi dalam suatu pertandingan ada emosi yang terlibat dan terkadang kelewatan dan ada kartu merah. Tapi kadang-kadang juga wasit juga melakukan sesuatu hal yang menyebabkan kita emosi dan kadang-kadang juga seharusnya memberikan keputusan yang berbeda mengenai hal tersebut. Yang kedua mengenai pemanggilan pemain, saya rasa juga bukan waktu yang tepat untuk membicarakan hal ini karena pemain-pemain yang bermain hari ini mereka bermain dengan sangat baik. Vietnam mungkin memiliki 2 atau 3 peluang, kita juga memiliki 4-5 peluang untuk diselesaikan. Dan kalau mengenai pemain, tentu saja pelatih akan mencari pemain-pemain yang lebih baik kalau ada dan selalu akan melihat dan kalau itu ada nanti bisa juga dipanggil. Tapi sekali lagi itu bukan saat yang hari ini bukan saat tepat untuk membicarakan pemanggilan pemain.
Oke, Gusin, please.
Good evening, Coach. I'm Nia from National Radio Station RRI. I have 2 questions. First one, after the whole tournaments, in your opinions, what is the most display these young players need to do to elevate their games? And the second one, based on the whole tournaments and especially for the tonight match, if we compare with your experience, we know you have a lot of experience in Europe. If we compare the tournaments in Southeast Asia and also with Europe, what do you think about the footballs for the young players in Southeast Asia? Thank you.
I think if you see the team playing today, I think they did very well. And if we talk about where we had to level up, we scored not many goals. So we had to think about how we can score more goals, and that's a question, because I think our game and our plan was okay, you know. But in soccer you always need to score goals, and I think that we must level up on that situation, not on the way we play. Of course we had to level up, but hey, we are only 3 weeks in pre-season. We do the camp, and after that one we play some games. And I think we did quite good. And the only thing what we had to think about is that we had to score goals. How we can do it. The other question is that if I look to Europe and I look to Asia, I think the passion here is, I think, unbelievable. And I'm really happy with the people, how they stand behind the team. Also you, I think, did well. And you know, it's all soccer, you know, and if you are in Europe or you are in Asia, the only thing what count at the end is to win the game.
Oke, pertanyaannya ada 2. Yang pertama adalah bagaimana kita bisa
Mati.
Thank you. Oke, saya ulangi. Pertanyaannya ada 2. Yang pertama, apa yang harus dilakukan untuk meningkatkan level dari permainan tim kita pada malam hari ini atau yang dalam turnamen ini, dan yang kedua dari pengalaman Coach Gerald melihat perbandingan antara sepak bola di Eropa dan di Asia Tenggara. Jawaban yang pertama, tentu saja harus performa yang harus ditingkatkan atau kita harus naik level dalam hal mencetak gol, karena itu kesulitan kita selama ini dalam pertandingan. Jadi tentu saja itu suatu hal yang harus dilakukan. Tim bermain dengan sangat bagus, tetapi pada ujung-ujungnya kalau kita tidak membuat gol ya kita nggak bisa menang, dan tujuan bermain bola itu adalah untuk menang, dan untuk menang kita harus mencetak gol. Jadi itu suatu hal yang harus ditingkatkan dan diperbaiki dari tim ini di turnamen berikutnya. Pertanyaan yang kedua adalah mengenai perbandingan antara sepak bola di Eropa dan di Asia Tenggara dari kacamata pelatih. Tentu saja kalau kita melihat bahwa semangat supporter di sini luar biasa, dan dia sangat senang dengan hal itu. Dalam kondisi apapun selalu memberikan support yang luar biasa kepada tim dan berdiri di belakang timnya, juga termasuk teman-teman yang berada di ruangan ini memberikan yang support yang luar biasa kepada tim kita. Tapi pada ujung-ujungnya inilah sepak bola, dan kita bermain sepak bola, dan kita bermain untuk menang, dan dimanapun kita berada, baik itu di Eropa, Asia Tenggara atau dimanapun kita main sepak bola, sekali lagi kita main untuk menang.
Coach, good evening. First question is in the next we have 2 big event, Asian qualifiers and SEA Games. How do you look forward about that tournament, because we are the former champion in SEA Games? So how important the game at SEA Games? And the second question is simple questions. You are the former strikers. Ian Straffen get the top scores, but after Brunei game, we only score in the set pieces. So, would you tell us the truth? What's the matter about the attacking, and do you think it's a trouble? There's any trouble in the attacking side? Thank you.
Yeah, but I think it's not fair to talk about that. You know, we know that we don't score many goals in the final games. That's true, and I think all the players give everything. I think if I had to talk or had to say something, I will talk to the players, never against my players. So we win together and we lose together, and that's the game, you know. And you can talk about we don't score goals. Okay, that's right, and we didn't get many goals behind, but we had to level up, and I think this team had enough quality to level up. I'm 100% sure of, you know, and that's the main thing.
The second one is regarding the SEA Games and Asian qualifier. We were the former champion.
Okay, the SEA Games, they told me that it's not the one I will coach, but the other one I will coach, and I will try to win that one. But the SEA Games is not the game I will do, so it's a decision and no problem with that.
Oke, pertanyaan ada dua. Yang pertama adalah mengenai di depan akan ada dua turnamen, yaitu Asian Qualifier dan SEA Games, dan itu adalah suatu pertandingan penting. Dan pertanyaan adalah bagaimana sebagai juara bertahan, bagaimana pendapat coach mengenai hal tersebut. Yang jawaban di sini adalah coach mengatakan bahwa bukan dia yang ditunjuk untuk melatih tim ke SEA Games, tapi hanya Asian Qualifier, dan dia akan memenangkan Asian Qualifier itu. Pertanyaan yang kedua tadi, memang kalau dari sejak pertandingan pertama kita memang membuat banyak gol, tapi setelah itu kesulitan membuat gol. Jadi pandangan pelatih bagaimana mengenai hal tersebut. Nah, memang kita dari awal membuat gol dan kita bermain sebagai tim memberikan banyak peluang. Tapi sekali lagi kita menang bersama dan kita kalah bersama. Jadi kurang adil kalau kita menyalahkan pemain, dan itu adalah buat diri kita sendiri sebagai tim itu kita harus level up di situ. Kita harus menaikkan performa kita untuk kemudian bisa membuat gol.
Oke, last question. Kasih ke Majid.
Selamat malam Coach, saya Majid dari Tribun News. Mungkin di pertandingan tadi kita cuma mau tahu, dan penonton juga banyak yang bertanya kenapa di akhir-akhir pertandingan ketika kita tertinggal permainan justru banyak passing di belakang dan tidak melob. Seperti pada tim umumnya ketika tertinggal lebih banyak ke bermain lebih banyak crossing. Kenapa bermain seperti lebih banyak crossing di belakang? Kemudian yang kedua, mungkin apa yang bisa Coach sampaikan kepada supporter, ada 35.000 supporter yang merasa mungkin kecewa di sini dan juga di masyarakat Indonesia itu aja. Terima kasih.
Okay, there are two questions. The first one is regarding the last 10 minutes before the game, and when we were behind 1-0, and the question is why do we play a lot of ball at the back of our defense, not giving the ball to the front, where that's what normally teams do whenever they're 1-0 behind. And the second thing is there's like about 35,000 people coming to the stadium today, and then probably they are all disappointed with the result. And what are you going to say to them?
Now, I think first of all, if you see the game, what was the first question?
Why we play with the short?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, I think it was also something where I was not happy with. That's why we changed and we put players up front. So the only thing what we need to do is to put the ball high and to fight and to pick up the second ball. But it's not that easy, because if you see how many chances we give away, then you only can say that of course we had to put the ball early in the box, but it was not top today. That's right, and I was also not happy with that. But on the other side, I think if you see how many chances we give away, near nothing, and we give many space away, so that's something I think is also something we can be proud of.
The supporters
No, I think the supporters, I think they really stay behind us, and I think they feel that we give everything. It's not that we don't want to win games. I think we show that we want to win games. And okay, sometimes it's like that, but I'm really proud of how they stay behind the team. And I think that's something amazing today, and we need that also.
Oke, yang pertama itu juga sama yang betul apa yang Anda sampaikan, dan itu suatu hal yang pelatih juga kurang senang ya, karena kita terlalu banyak bermain di belakang, tetapi di mana sebenarnya bola memang harus dimajukan ke depan, tetapi di satu sisi banyak sekali kesempatan atau peluang yang disia-siakan, atau kita juga mencegah supaya mereka tidak bisa melakukan serangan balik ke kita. Jadi itu suatu hal yang memang kurang disenangi, tapi ya udahlah, ini terjadi, tim-tim sudah memberikan yang terbaik pada hari ini dan berusaha semaksimal mungkin. Yang kedua, terhadap para supporter yang datang ke stadion dan menonton, coach juga sangat senang ya dengan kehadiran mereka dan melihat bahwa mereka juga memberikan dukungan yang luar biasa sampai akhir, dan dia sangat bangga kepada mereka, dan itu yang dibutuhkan oleh tim pada saat ini, dan terima kasih juga untuk selalu memberikan dukungan yang luar biasa.
Okay. Thank you all.
Terima kasih semuanya.
And I'm sorry for this.
Dan saya minta maaf untuk hal ini pada malam hari ini.
Okay, thank you.
Udah oke. Kurang maju. Tes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening everyone. Welcome to the post-match press conference final ASEAN U23 Mandiri Cup 2025 between Vietnam and Indonesia. Now join with us Coach Kim Sang-sik and player of the match and MVP Din Bak Nguyen. First of all, Coach Kim will give comment about the game. Please, Coach.
뭐 오늘 승리한 거 또 승리하고 3연패를 이룰 수 있어서 너무 기쁘게 생각하고 또 우리 선수들 끝까지 포기하지 않고 싸워준 선수들 승리 축하하고 또 자랑스럽게 생각합니다. 또 늦게까지 우리 응원해 주신 우리 베트남 축구 팬들에게도 국민들에게 너무 감사하다는 말씀 전하고 싶습니다.
Is happy to win in Indonesia, and also this is the third trophy 3 times in a row. Players didn't give up during the match, and they fight it in the whole like 90 minutes. So congratulations, and so proud of the players. And also want to express gratitude to Vietnam fans who supported in this late night. Thank you very much.
그리고 뭐 여기 인도네시아 우리 선수들 어웨이에서 경기를 했는데 일방적인 뭐 인도네시아 팬들 앞에서 우리 선수들 기죽지 않고 또 당당히 맞서 싸워서 승리까지 이어졌는데 너무 감사하다고 전하고 싶습니다.
And also there are only Indonesian fans support in the stadium, but players never give up and they fought very bravely. So very thank you for all players in Vietnam, Team Vietnam.
Thì cảm nghĩ của em khi giành được chức vô địch này thì em cảm thấy rất vui vẻ hạnh phúc, vì đấy là lần thứ 3 vô địch liên tiếp của Việt Nam, và không có gì hạnh phúc bằng chức vô địch này ở thời điểm hiện tại, giúp lứa U23 này có thể bước tiếp và có thể thành công hơn ở giai đoạn sắp tới.
Hello, first of all, I am very happy with this champions. This is our third consecutive champions in a row, and it builds us a lot of confidence. I think this group of players can achieve more and more with the national team in the future.
크게 좀 크게 하라 그래. 빨리 끝나지.
Thank you. My name is Pon from Tinker from Thailand. Ask head coach Mr. Kim with for the achievement with from the senior to U20 to under 23, and now on they have a two tournaments coming with the Asian qualifiers and SEA Games. What do you think that about these champions will be take a good manner, good forward for the team? Thank you.
앞으로 중요한 대회들이 많이 남았는데 이번 우승이 어떤 촉진들이 될 것인가?
우리 선수들 이런 대회를 통해 또 우승을 통해 우리 선수들이 더욱더 성장하고 또 발전했으면 좋겠습니다. 또 앞으로 있을 아시안컵에서 또 C게임에 우리 선수들 아직도 완벽한 팀은 아니지만 그래도 조금씩 또 보완해서 아시안컵 예선이나 또 C게임 때도 좋은 모습 또 우승할 수 있도록 그렇게 준비를 잘 하겠습니다.
I want players develop and experience and improve themselves by winning this kind of tournaments. We have Asian Cup qualifiers and SEA Games this year. That's very important games, and now our team is not perfect. By experiencing that kind of important tournaments, so I hope players gain experience and perform well.
Okay, please.
안녕하세요, 강금님. I'm Nia from National Radio Station RRI. Just one question. There's a moment, incident when the Indonesian official team got a red card after you got a yellow card. I just want to know, is that your official team doing intentionally to put a water bottle in front of the one of Indonesian player who want to throw the ball in? Is he doing it intentionally?
상대팀 코치가 퇴장을 당한 장면에서 물병을 일부러 놓으신 겁니까?
일부러 놓지는 않았고요. 선수들 오늘 더운 날씨에 물이 많이 필요한 것 같습니다. 물 많이 필요해서 선수들이 물 마시기 좀 편하게 나왔던 것 같은데 상대편 코치가 또 물병을 걷어서 퇴장을 당했는데 좀 유감스럽게 생각하고요. 하여튼 고의적인 거는 저희 베트남 팀은 없었던 것 같습니다.
It was not intended because today is very hot. The temperature was very high, and I think the whole team thought that players might need much water because they might drink a lot. So unfortunately, one official kicked out from this game, but yeah, it wasn't intended action from our team.
Okay, next question.
Hello, I'm Duy Anh from SCTV in Vietnam. Chúc mừng coach và chúc mừng Đinh Bắc. Đối với Đinh Bắc thì em đã là một cầu thủ nhận danh hiệu cầu thủ xuất sắc nhất của giải đấu này. Vậy thì nếu mà để tự đánh giá thì em đánh giá mình đạt được bao nhiêu điểm so với kỳ vọng ở giải đấu này, và chức vô địch ngày hôm nay sẽ giúp cho em có động lực như thế nào ở trong hành trình sắp tới cùng với đội tuyển U23 Việt Nam và đội tuyển quốc gia?
Em nghĩ giải đấu lần này thì trước giải đấu thì em và toàn đội đã rất quyết tâm và đặt mục tiêu vô địch, và chúng em đã làm được. Vì em nghĩ là có chức vô địch rồi thì em nghĩ là bản thân em rất hạnh phúc, toàn đội rất hạnh phúc. Nhưng mà em và toàn đội U23 đang đặt những mục tiêu sắp tới, có thể vòng loại châu Á và SEA Games sắp tới thì bọn em sẽ cố gắng nỗ lực làm sao để có những kết quả tốt nhất, để mang những thành tích tốt nhất về cho bóng đá Việt Nam.
Hello. So before this tournament happened, me and the team, we aim to become champions. And after we have achieved our mission, we are very happy, we are very proud, and we will use it as motivation to achieve more and more in the next Asian Cup qualifiers and SEA Games. Thank you.
Okay, next question. Okay, finish. Thank you everyone. Thank you coach. Thank you player. Thank you Vietnam. Congratulations.